Driving home from work in the pouring rain seems like the ideal time to tell you guys why I think the Honda Rebel is the perfect commuting bike. Alright, so I'm driving home on my Rebel 500 and I think it's time to tell you guys why I like this bike so much for commuting. It is just phenomenal in this situation. From the fuel mileage at, you know, give or take 3 liters per 100, to the fact that it's so balanced and rideable. I can tackle the roughest road conditions in any weather with absolute confidence. The bike is right there to support me with whatever line I choose to take or whatever road I get stuck on. It also has an incredibly aggressive riding capability. If I have a bad day at work and I want to burn off some stress, I just find the closest set of twisties and I lay this bike down, and it is happy to oblige fast corners, and it's never let me down. It's never been shaky, and that's just so much fun, and it really gives me peace of mind on the way home from work. And I can't thank my little bike enough for how much stress it's relieved over the summer. You know, the bike's also incredibly simplistic, and I love it. I love the fact that there's no gadgets, because less gadgets, less gremlins. But also, I've got no distractions. I can focus on the road. I can learn to feel the bike. I can learn the machine and how to ride it properly. And I'm also not spending any time looking down at my gauges when I'm in traffic and I should be looking at the road anyway. So kudos to Honda for keeping it so simple. I really do like it. I also love the ABS on this bike. The ABS is set up so well. Not only has it saved me a handful of times in the bad weather, you know, panic braking at a stop, but it's also helped me learn to properly pressure the brakes. The system is just set up so well to be used as a training tool, to properly apply pressures and just have that ABS as a safety buffer. So if I ever get on a bike without ABS, I'm pretty confident that I've trained myself on this bike to be able to ride without it. And I really think that that's a noteworthy feature on the bike. I don't think people rely on ABS, sure, cheaper insurance, it'll save your butt, but the ABS on this bike doesn't overstep its bounds. You can really use it to learn proper braking. And I really recommend that anybody that owns one to try it. Now, there are, you know, some things I don't like with the bike. I don't like the look of the turn signals. However, they are big and bright and people do notice them. I cannot stand the look of the huge red brick taillight that's so big you can see it from the front of the machine. But that's fine, because again, people see it, people notice it. And the half asleep people on the road with me in the mornings, they need all the help they can get. I really do hate, and there's no redeeming quality for the turn signal switch on this bike. I would have an easier time using a Ouija board and having the spirits tell all the cars around me what I'm doing than I do using this stupid switch. It's so finicky, and for something that I should be using all the time, it should just be easier, you know? It's just a huge letdown. It's the only component on this bike that I cannot find a redeeming quality in. You know, now the bike overall is really light, it's really nimble, you can rip through traffic, you can hold corners, you can have a lot of fun on this machine. And I say it's a perfect commuter because it doesn't really fit into any of like the major groups. Like, you're not going to go out with the sport bike guys for an after work rip, because they'll outrun you and they'll out-corner you. And you're not going to ride in formation with the cruiser guys on the weekend, because the wind that they create in their wake will push you off the road. But as like from a commuting standpoint, you know, on a commute, you really do ride your own ride. You really do utilize that solitude to soothe your soul. And if I wanted to carpool, I would have bought a car. So hands down, the bike just is suited to this commuting world. And I think that's what Honda wanted. I think they wanted a bike that appealed to the easy customization market in North America, like they had the success with the Grom. And I think they also wanted to make a really good mid-sized cruiser that would sell and function as a daily vehicle all over the world. And they nailed it. Like, I don't care what anybody says, they nailed it. This bike is really good.